Howdy, Big Anklevich here, podcaster, author, and carnivore, and it is Monday, December 18th, 2023, and you are watching my video for week 29 of my journey to Wonderland using 1 meal a day fasting and beef, butter, bacon, and eggs, carnivore. Let's head on into the daily videos and see how this week went here on Big Anklevich on health. Okay, it is Monday morning. What do we got? Oh, yeah, it's getting pretty low. I guess that's what you get when you eat 2 meals the night before. And 83. Put those two numbers together and you get Dr. Ba's ratio of 83. All right, I'm just finishing up my meal here. I decided that I would have eggs and some more of that stew meat. I cooked a bunch of stew meat up in the air fryer and I threw it in, and I had a bunch of eggs with it. These are such good eggs. Okay, Tuesday morning, what's my numbers gonna be? Hmm, 0.6. That's really low, that's unusual. And 90. That's gonna be a crappy number, let's see. That makes my Dr. Ba's ratio 150. Well, my Dr. Ba's ratio was kind of pitiful this morning, so I decided I would see if I couldn't, I don't know, fix it a little bit, which is kind of stupid, I'll tell you in a second, but what I had was bacon and eggs today. I guess this will be, I think I'll do maybe 2 days a week of bacon and eggs. So today will be one day, I think maybe Friday will be my next one. I'll save the stew meat for tomorrow, the rest of it. I think that might be the reason why my ketones were so low. It's just the stew meat was too lean. It's good, lean meat. There's not a whole lot of fat on it. So that might be the issue. That's probably the issue. The thing is, I'm not going to be able to find out because I am out of strips. I can order some more, and they often come really quickly, but they also, it's $60 for a box of them, which lasts for 2 months, so it's not that bad. But it's December, it's Christmas time. I feel like there are better things that I could spend $60 on right now. So I think I'm gonna try going without strips for a little while, and we'll see what happens at the end of this week. See just what my weight measuring we'll see just what using my weight as a measurement does for me. Is that good enough? Have I gotten to the point where I can do that? Probably not. I suspect I need to keep going with the ketones and keep measuring, at least until I get to Wonderland, which I'm still 25 pounds shy of. So probably need to keep going. But for now, we're gonna let it ride, and we will see what we can do this week. Okay, it is Wednesday. No numbers for you today because I don't have any testing strips. I haven't gotten any, so we're just going with it. We're gonna see how it goes. Hopefully I'm bringing up my ketones today, but probably not. Yesterday I had bacon, that probably brought them up. That was the more fatty, but today I just had more stew meat, what was left of the stew meat, and more eggs. Okay, it is Thursday now, and still not doing an all bacon week, although that's all I bought for food for this week. So I'm kind of scrounging. My wife had some sirloin steak that she bought. I think she bought it like a week ago or more, planning on using it back then, and then she didn't. As is often the case, she like wound up eating out or some crap like that, and so that sirloin was just sitting there. She said, well, why don't you eat that so it doesn't go bad? So I'm having steak and eggs this morning. Okay, it is Friday, and today was my other bacon day of the week. So I had a pound of bacon, 6 eggs this morning. That was my food for the day, and I'm out here walking again. I haven't done it in a little while because my foot started hurting. I didn't know what the deal was, but I'd get up in the morning and it was really sore. It hurt like I'd pulled a muscle or something. I don't know if maybe that's what I did, but figured I better give it some time to rest. So I've done that for a little while, and now I'm back out here trying to do my 2-minute walk every half hour. It is Saturday, and things turned out a little bit different than I expected today. I was gonna eat ground beef. There was a pound of ground beef, grass-fed ground beef that my wife had just sitting in the fridge. It's been there for a little while, and I was like, okay, I'm gonna take care of this. She has a tendency to buy stuff and then let it sit for too long. That's how I got the steak that I ate the other day. So I was going to eat that, but this morning when I got up and I went to eat it, she'd actually used it. She used it last night, made tacos for the kids, so it was gone. So it's more bacon today. I don't know if that's going to be bad. I suspect I'll be fine, but I'll keep an eye on my blood pressure and make sure it doesn't get up too high. So I got a little addendum for Saturday. I ate the stuff that I had this morning, and then when I went out to go shopping, I don't know what my deal was, but I was crazy to eat something. And I wasn't trying to eat something bad, although maybe that was what influenced me, as seeing all the Christmas crap around or something like that. I don't know. I wound up buying a ham and eating a bunch of ham. So hopefully that's not a big deal. I think it could be. I don't know. I guess we'll see. But sometimes I wonder if I'm not eating enough, if I'm not getting enough food, because I do so much fasting. I've only been eating one meal a day for a while. Am I getting enough nutrients? Is that why my body's telling me eat more? I don't know. I figured I'd give it a chance and listen to it this time. Okay, it's Sunday morning, and as usual, I have no numbers for you today, and I'm starting to still be able to figure out whether I'm doing good or not just by stepping on the scale. I was able to quickly figure out that I blew it yesterday with that second meal. And I don't think so much the second meal was the problem, although I know when I eat a second meal, that brings my ketones down. The real problem was what I ate for that second meal. Eating the ham was a bad idea. This morning I was 4 pounds heavier than I was yesterday. That means that I am retaining a lot of water since yesterday. And that comes from, I suspect, this salt and sodium and stuff that they put into ham to preserve it, whatever, to cook it, to cure it, to make it taste like ham. And so I'm gonna have to skip some of that stuff. Hopefully my blood pressure hasn't gone up too high as well along with that. But yeah, gonna have to skip that stuff for a little while. So this morning I had bacon and eggs for my breakfast, for my meal, for my food for the day. And that's gonna probably have to be the last time that I have something like that for a little while. I'm gonna have to have some more pure, less processed stuff for a little while and see what that can do. I wonder if I can just start doing that. I lost so much weight on the week that I went all steak. Maybe I should go back, do that again, and try doing that for a month or something instead. All right, so there you go. That was the week that was this week. That was it? Yeah, it was an interesting week. I did some new things, tried some new things out, and I did the same old thing that I always do as well. So how did it go? Well, first of all, on Tuesday, I ran out of testing strips. And so I decided to try something new. Instead of testing my blood sugar and my ketones every day like I have been, let's just see if we could go it alone. See if the scale was enough of a indication as to whether things were working or not. Was it? Did it work out? Well, then there was also the thing that I always do. Every weekend, for some reason, it seems, I think, oh, I'll try a second meal today. I don't usually, but why don't I do it? And so I did. This time around, I want to say I was hungry. Felt like maybe I was still hungry. Like maybe my body was saying, hey, you need some more food. But was I? I mean, I wasn't craving. I think I was craving things more than just being hungry, but I wasn't craving carbs. Wasn't craving a treat. Although, does ham count as a treat? It's not your average, you know, carnivore food. It's got additives in it. It's got a lot of salt in it, and I think lots of them have some sugar in it. So maybe that counts as a cheat. I don't know. But how did that work out for me? Well, for the start of the week when I was not testing but still eating relatively good, my weight stayed steady. But then from Saturday to Sunday, after I ate all that ham, my weight went up 4 pounds in one day. That whole day after eating all that ham, I was super thirsty. And when we were out grocery shopping, me and my wife went out grocery shopping later, and I had to buy a bottle of water. I was so thirsty. I bought a bottle of water and I chugged that thing down in a very short time. What that tells me is that I got pounded with a lot of sodium, and therefore my body was like, we need some water to go with all this salt, and it sucked it all in and held it in, because you don't go up 4 pounds from one day to the next unless you're retaining a lot. You don't gain 4 pounds of fat in a day. Just like you can't lose that much, but you can lose a lot of water. Just sweating, peeing, whatever, the water comes out. Drinking and not doing that stuff, the water comes in. And I don't know how long it's going to take for it all to go back out. I was a pound lighter this morning than I was yesterday morning. So it's coming down a little bit. But how long will it be before my weight goes back to the level that I was at before? Well, we'll have to see. I still don't have testing strips. I think I'll go maybe one more week. We'll see. If I still have issues, maybe I'll get some. I don't know. We'll have to see how it goes. And if I get some, we'll have to see how fast they come. Because it is the week of Christmas this week. And that's the other thing too. Will it be because I don't have testing strips that I'm having trouble? Or will it just be because it's Christmas? Christmas is always basically the worst time of year for eating. Even, carnivores have been doing it for years. Like, I don't know, Laura Spath always talks about how she has trouble around Christmas time. She eats all the cheese and then she's gone up significantly. Now, I'm going to try and avoid that. I'm going to try and just eat regular. This upcoming week, I bought several roasts, and I've already cooked the roasts. They're ready to go. So all I got to do is warm them up each day and eat roasts. I'm going to eat roasts with eggs, because those eggs are so good. I'm addicted to them. Maybe I could be addicted to something worthwhile. No, I just love looking at those super orange yolks and just thinking about how good they are for me. And so I just keep getting more and more and eating. So I'll eat eggs and roast each day, and we'll see what that does. Does that bring me back down? Does that do what I need? Or do I need to get the ketone monitors and start monitoring that again? We'll see. But anyways, how did the week go? Well, last week when I weighed in, I was at 225.3. Now that was my average for the week. I weigh myself every day and then average it out for the week. So what was my average for this week? Well, it was pretty decent up until Saturday. I was more than a pound down from last week, but When Saturday came along and I jumped up 4 pounds, that really kind of screwed up my average. You wouldn't think that it could affect my average that much, just a 1 week or a 1 day jump, but a 4 pound jump can be a pretty big deal. So when I did my average for this week, it was 224.7. That's a pretty minuscule drop for a week. That's the worst that I've had yet, aside from the 1 week when I was on vacation and I actually gained weight. That was, it's still down on average, although I weigh more right now than I did at the start of the week. So it's nice to have the average to fall back on. But with that, I lost 0.6 pounds on average from this week to last week. 0.6 pounds, that's relatively small. But I think I've already diagnosed what the issue was. It was just I gained a bunch of water weight. And in doing so, I ruined my average, and that water will come back out. It's just water, It's the definite, the epitome of what we say when we say I weigh this much. You're not talking about how fat you are. You don't say my fat percentage is this. You say I weigh this much. It's just the sum total of all the mass in your body, and water is not anything. It's just fluid that's in there that will eventually pass through. You can retain a bunch of it, and I don't know, does my face look puffier? That kind of stuff will happen, but it'll go. I'm not too worried about it. I'm not worried about the fact that I only lost 0.6. The fun thing about that is even though it was just 0.6, that put me to a grand total of 65.1 pounds lost altogether. So at 65, that's another, good round number. I've made it halfway through the 60s, headed towards the 70s. I'm almost to the 70s, and that'll be exciting. And when I'm in the 70s, that means that I will be able to shave off my beard. I will be under 220. I'm looking forward to that day. I think it'll be a good day. Here's a little fun thing that I just thought I'd throw in here today too. I have lost 22.46% of my body weight that I started with. That's kind of interesting to think about, right? Like 22.4. I'm 1/5 smaller than I used to be. I lost 20% of myself in the time that I've been doing this. That's kind of crazy to think about. All of that is just gone. I just lost it. That much of myself is gone. I guess that just goes to show just how too much of myself that there was to begin with. But it's neat to see it off and gone away. And it's not coming back. I'm not going to let it back. I will stick with this carnivore diet forever, even on Christmas, even on the week of Christmas, even on Christmas Eve and Christmas Day. I will not be screwing it up. So that's what we got for this week. I'm going to stick to it. You may see me this week coming up, get some testing strips. We'll have to see. I don't know, but I don't think so. I think I'll at least make it through this week trying it out. We're going to go all roast and eggs and see how that works for me. I do have some backup ground beef just in case I eat all the roast before the week is up. I don't know if I'll do that or not, but it is good roast. So that's what we're doing this week coming up, and I'll be back. I'll probably be a little bit late because next Monday is Christmas Day, which is the day that the video is supposed to drop. I don't know that I'll put the video on Christmas Day, but we'll see. But I'll see you soon, and that'll be fun. I'll talk to you again next week here on Big Anklevich on health.